Hello, everybody! Welcome to Paperwork Pantheon every Friday. We definitely haven't had a 2-week break because, my house exploded or nothing. That definitely didn't happen. An incredibly important pipe definitely didn't get dropped on my neighbors due to the poor handling of certain contractors who may or may not work for a company I hired. Definitely.
This is awfully specific for something that didn't happen.
You know, it is, and it will get more specific if the company, you know...
Me reading about walking in Lord of the Rings.
I made a deal with myself and was like, if they compensate me for the hotels, I will not badmouth the company. If they do not compensate me for the hotels I had to pay for because they ruined the plumbing of my entire apartment and the apartment below me, then I may just have to leave a review to my very large audience. Anyway, until that day, my name is Offbeat Outlaw. I am the game master for this evening. And we are playing Dungeons & Dragons Stacks Edition. Imagine if for a moment your Volkswagen Beetle had an F1 engine in it. And maybe wings. And a jet.
Only maybe?
Perhaps. I don't know what I put on this thing. I don't know what this shape of this is. It's barely a car at this point.
Kind of want to rewatch Herbie Fully Loaded now.
Dude, me too. I've not watched a movie in a hot minute.
Me neither. It's been decades.
Speaking of Herbie Fully Loaded.
Amelia. Great segue.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Amelia Som. I'm the player master. And you can use whatever pronouns you think are the hottest, and then pick the next ones you think of after that.
My name is Brooklyn Tuesday, and I am the Dice Master, and my pronouns are she, they.
I forgot to say my pronouns. I'm he, they.
You don't get any this time. Oh, well.
Shit. I can return.
Better luck next stream.
Damn. Did you want the he, they pronouns today?
I just hate them. I have he, they pronouns today.
You may not refer to me as anything. Next week, maybe, though. When we last left off, the party had been busy learning. This new world
I remember everything.
This new world is definitely crazy and wild for our party, as they are not abiding by many of the rules for which the party has become accustomed. And as a result, they are beginning to grapple / wrestle with these new problems that they are facing and encountering.
Play a level 20 campaign, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Proceeds to throw us into not Dungeons & Dragons.
I have the biggest bait and switch of the century.
It's guys, some bullshit.
I'm
still mad about it.
We're playing D&D level 20, and then I throw you guys into Polly Pocket's adventure.
Yeah. Oh, wow. This is my first ever level 20 D&D game. I've played level 17, 18, 19. I've never actually hit 20. This is going to be so fun. Wrong. It's stacks. But it's not even actually stacks. It's some weird hybrid of the two that we have to mesh together. It's a Frankenstacks and D&D.
And arguably, a lot of the worst aspects of both systems are very prevalent as a result. It's really it's really funny. I think it's fun.
And the best thing is that we just get to play test this in front of a live audience.
Yeah, and the audience is always so understanding of having to grapple new rules with new mechanics with homebrew monsters while combining them with other ones. They are always
and while
super
we're all so
accommodating of
eepy,
that.
I'm so fucking sleepy.
Eepy as shit, dude. Anyway, thank you, accommodating audience. When the party last left off, though, they were learning a lot about this world and how it is very different from the worlds that they've been to previously. For one, their magic interacts with other creatures very differently. Spell effects are not having the effects they should. Revival spells and other such healing magics are not working and interacting in the ways that they anticipated or expected. For one, any such revival spell that is cast will first spawn the party. They first have to have an encounter with the moon and its overwhelming presence. As a result, oftentimes they find themselves in rather sticky situations. party having just met a new person though, Caraway, who was whose accent I'm trying to remember. He was my British.
He was
character.
British.
He was proper British, proper British character who has agreed to help lead the party into the Undercity, a place that has been cut off from the rest of the city and barricaded due to the fires that were spread while trying to contain the initial scourge of beasts that emerged from it. But that is what Viviari and Godfried were doing. Ace.
Mm-hmm.
You wandered off again, as you
Sure.
as
Yeah.
you want. You just took a left turn. And you found something as you turned down this corner and you started walking down this hallway. You began to understand and encounter a few things that maybe you didn't want to find at this time. Please make a perception check.
Uh, 16.
As you look over across the ground, you note a corpse, wearing some garb that you are familiar with. You've been here before. You were actually a frequenter of this plane many years ago.
The good old days.
The good old days. They are wearing a black robe with a red sort of scarf around their neck that hangs in two drapes at the front. You note they are carrying a notebook, and they are holding in their hand a gem, a spellcasting focus. This is a member of the university, the elusive church university. They don't usually come up to the Overcity, nor do they leave the Vatican. So the site is kind of concerning. It's a little bit of a boogeyman sort of
And
thing.
is it a person or a body?
It's a body, but you just notice that they're wearing this garb. You don't see any sign of a scuffle. It looks like they just kind of sat down and died. Would you like to investigate, or would you like
I would love to investigate.
Okay, investigation check, please.
27.
27. As you look at the body and you start peeling through its clothes and trying your best not to disturb it in any way, your hand reaches for their neck to feel their pulse. And whether by accident, coincidence, or whatnot, you actually feel their pulse. They're alive. However, another thump does not come for another minute. They are in some form of sleep, stasis. Something happened to them to appear dead, but they are not, in fact, dead yet.
They're only mostly dead.
I wouldn't even say most. I'd say that it's almost like a coma. It's like they're definitely alive, but they ain't up and about.
I'm just making
I
a.
saw this was with pain.
Mm-hmm. You also find on their body more spell equipment. You know that most people in this plane do not use magic. However, the university people do use magic. You note that you find a couple of runes and carvings. You know the university to be a little bit more dogmatic and ritualistic than most universities you've encountered. These are not people of science. These are people of religious science, if that makes sense.
I mean, they're the ones casting magic, so it's a science.
There definitely is a science here.
Yeah.
But it is
a hypothesis.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I, for my investigation and the fact that I have super arcana, do I gather that this stasis is like a spell that is keeping them alive? Like or does it seem like a physical response to something else, if that makes sense?
Make an Arcana check, please.
37.
37. With a whopping 37, you learn a couple of things. Would you like to cast Detect Magic to learn even more in this check?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, I would.
Okay. You recognize a school of magic that is not within the standard schools of magic.
Have I long rested since I last played?
Sure.
It's not super relevant. Thanks.
Yeah. You recognize this magic as its own school. Some would call this, some of the locals might call this something like moon magic. However, you realize that the true name of the school is called the Deep Dream.
Hot.
And in fact, you realize this man is sleeping.
Just sleeping on the streets?
Sleeping on the streets. A spell has been cast upon him, similar to Dream of the Blue Veil, but not quite.
Okay.
It's its own spell that is different. It is called Host Connection.
Host connection?
Mm-hmm.
He's communing with the moon man.
It is a 7th level spell. Its school is Deep Dream.
Okay. And Godfried was the one who connected to the moon and died, yeah?
Yeah.
I didn't make that up. Okay, cool. I'm super strong, so I'm just gonna grab this guy gently, keeping him asleep, and go back to... I don't know. How far away are, like, when I split off from people, were we, like, on a journey somewhere, or was it like we're all going to run our errands for the day?
You guys were heading to a safe location away from where there's a big kerfuffle. You know that there's always a VRE nearby to help lead.
I was about to say, can we...
Yeah.
Would it be established that you can just sort of, like, make a signal and a VRE comes up?
Yeah, I'll find... I probably have just gotten pretty good at spotting any looking at any group of people and spotting a VRE. Because I don't think the VREs are usually trying to hide from me specifically.
No, they are. They will try to make themselves known to you, or you can signal to them to let them know.
I know their idle animations.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go to one and then get to the safe house.
All right. Through a series of teleportations and polymorphing, you eventually arrive at the safe house that has been found. You arrive as a little bird, and as you light upon the windowsill, the concentration is dropped, and you are inside.
Okay, and I have a guy.
You have a guy on your shoulder, and inside you see Viari and another man there, wearing a standard hunter's garb. He's rather tall, about 6'3". He's wearing a leather jacket that is very tight along the forearm and the glove area and the boot area, with lots of movement in the legs and shoulders. You note that he's carrying a pretty standard hunter's weapon, the saw cleaver, one of your originals. And you note that he is currently drinking some tea. Viari is... what would Viari drink at a high tea? My brain wanted to say...
I think Viari would drink tea.
I was like, my brain wanted to say you have orange juice, but I'm like, nah, that's...
No, Viari has spent enough time around A's that they are cultured when they want to be.
Okay.
I made Viari learn.
You see that you are... you see Viari also joining in on the tea. Viari, the tea's not terrible. It's perhaps a little bit old, but tea can keep pretty nicely.
Yeah. Do I see A's walk in?
Yeah, Ace just falls through the window with a man on their shoulder.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna set him up on a couch.
Okay.
Real nice and gentle.
That was an entrance. Who's this? Ace, why are you carrying a body?
Okay. I do not know who this is, and they were unconscious in the street due to a spell I don't quite recognize, but I think they're talking or communing to the moon, with the moon. So I figured I would bring them here and wait for them to wake up.
Wait, they're asleep.
Magically, yes.
I turn to Caraway. You guys don't normally wake up when you're asleep. Well, sometimes you turn into beasts, sometimes you don't wake up, sometimes you go crazy, right?
Well, if I'm being bloody honest, we're not allowed to sleep currently, so the fact that that little bugger is asleep, that is suspicious. If you go to sleep, you die. It's kind of the thing. That's a
very close to death, not quite dead.
That's a university student.
Mm-hmm.
What the bloody hell? What's he doing on the street?
Sleeping, apparently.
Odd.
Mm-hmm. So I brought them here.
Do you think it's safe to dispel magic them?
I would rather not.
Oh.
If I'm being entirely honest, any interaction with the university is dire and frankly a little bit terrifying. Whatever's going on here is a massive clue and something that I don't want to deal with. You two feel free though. I'm just saying that I'm out of my depth.
Well, fair enough. Okay. I want to wait. If he's sleeping, can I? Okay. Ace, since we last saw each other, we did figure out that reality is being overwritten with an outside eldritch power source, so basically literally being taken out of the divine contract.
Knew that. I think I did know that. I think
I told you after the session.
Oh
yeah.
I was like, no, I definitely remember that. God,
yeah,
okay.
no. I told you after the session, but I don't think you were there for that.
Oh, spoilers, Brooke.
What? You wanted an update. Anyways, it was so reality's being rewritten, which makes me think that maybe this won't work. But if he's sleeping, shouldn't that fall under my jurisdiction?
Make a religion check, Viari.
A religion check. That, I have strong suits. I do.
And religion is one of them.
Yeah.
That's such an interesting take. I actually don't know what my religion is.
Would you like to perhaps change the question to being something more under your purview? Because asking about, does this fall under my domain? That's religion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could I have advantage because it would be my domain?
Sure.
Oh god, D&D Beyond is doing that thing where it's making me sign in because apparently it hates me. It might be okay, but do you have my sheet in front of you? Like, do you have D&D Beyond already open / can you see what my religion
I can get
is?
to D&D Beyond.
I don't
Are you in you're in the campaign, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, 1 second.
Because I'm getting it up as quickly as I can, but I don't know what's going to be quick.
You're Gaslight right now, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm pulling it up. Your religion is +4, so that would be
1d6.
1d6. Yes.
All right. Thank you. That's a total of 4.
It's hard to tell if it falls under your purview.
Oh wait, you said I could have advantage. You said I could have advantage. I forgot about that. Okay, that's a 10.
Once again, if this falls under your domain, you can't really. It's hard to kind of piece together. I mean, this whole plane might not fall under Alistair's domain. Why would this fall under yours? It's if it does, you don't know. If it doesn't, you maybe need to get more information. Would you like to maybe make another check?
Yeah, sure. Let me look at my character sheet because I've got to think of how to tie this into a skill that will be useful here. Oh, wait, can I make an Arcana check about the spell that is under?
You could investigate the spell that they're under, yes. Arcana check.
Here we go. 30.
Excellent. The spell, Host Connection, from the spell school Deep Dream. This spell is a spell with qualities very similar to that of Sending, of Astral Projection, of Dream of the Blue Veil. Seems like these spells have all been combined almost, but not really. It is its own thing. This school, Deep Dream, this isn't connected to your domain directly. It's almost like somebody siphoned a gas tank of your domain. It's not the same though. It's not the same vehicle.
Don't like that.
But it's similar.
My domain was legally acquired.
But it is similar, and you might be able to exercise some power over this. But it's not power you currently understand, and it might have ramifications that you are not aware of.
Okay.
Yari loves those.
No.
Yari loves them. Brooke hates them.
No. Neither of us love them.
Damn, okay, my apologies. The track record said otherwise, but that's fine.
No. Viari makes decisions thinking that they know what the consequences will be, and then they turn out to be something completely different, and we are both shocked and appalled by them at that stage.
You were the surprised Pikachu face at all times.
Yes.
I'm just thinking of an ability called Domain Siphon. So Offbeat, you should do something nightmarish with that if you want. Okay. I gave you a name. You can make the plot.
Yes, I'll keep that in mind.
But don't do it against me.
That's crazy.
How does that sound like you do it against me?
There's other people in this campaign. I can't control who Offbeat does it against.
Yeah, but when are they ever here?
When I'm not.
One day Patrick will return from war.
Okay, alright. I am concerned that if I try to read this guy's mind, or if we try to... Wait, could we encode his thoughts?
You've seen it done before.
Do you have encode thoughts, Ace?
I can probably Mizium anything, right?
If you have a Mizium apparatus, you have encode thoughts.
Yeah. What level spell is that? Oh,
it's a cantrip, yeah.
What is that spell?
It's
what
a
does it
cantrip
do?
Where you target somebody, and then you pull a strand of thought from their head. If somebody wants to then read the thought trapped in the strand, they can cast Detect Thoughts on it.
Cool. Yeah, I'll encode that.
All right. What does it look like when you cast Encode Thoughts on this university student?
Ooh, okay. Let's see. It's not really a time-based thing, but it is kind of space-based. So I think what happens is as their thoughts are happening, I just sort of put a finger up to their temple, and there's like, I don't know. I assume there's multiple futures for every single instance of potential that could happen. And I think what's actually happening is I am pulling the exact same thought that they're having out from another dimension where at some point the two timelines diverge, but I'm like actually taking the thought from another dimension where he's having this exact same thought and this exact same thing is happening.
Excellent.
And I just kind of pull, and as I do, it just sort of, you see like a thread of indecipherable symbols kind of visible only in the like distortion of reality, kind of like if you put water on cotton candy, how it hardens and contracts in that one spot. It's like that, but with reality in space.
Something else that you note, though, as you do this, as you pull it out of his head, You note that it's not exactly the way that you've always cast this spell. It's the indecipherable code. It's usually decipherable to you. Currently, it isn't. New symbols have wormed their way into the coding of this thought. Stuff that you don't recognize.
Can I try to decode it?
Well, it's not going to interfere with your encode thoughts, so to say, as much as it is showcasing that there is something different about this. So it's kind of like...
I just know it's weird. No one else would notice. I mean, I'll tell Vihari that it's weird in case something happens. But I don't need... Okay, cool. So, I'll cast Detect Thoughts on this and hope it doesn't break my mind.
Cast Detect Thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
As you view it, you see the following. It's, like I said, the Detect Thoughts isn't working as intended. So you don't get exactly everything that you want in this case. But you get flashes, images. You see a bunch of these students sitting in a circle. You see them speaking to somebody who ostensibly is their professor in the middle. They are currently rapturously staring upwards, slightly swaying, hands held aloft. You see the moon in the sky hanging incredibly low, close enough almost to touch. And as their professor reaches out to grab it, it cuts, and they're all dead on the floor, except for this one student, who's in the corner, staring unflinchingly, terrified, holding his hands very close to his chest, as this entity of blood, tentacles, in undefined shapes, slowly prowls the room for them, sending out feelers to search for them, and they try not to breathe. They try not to think. You see them trying to cast spell in their hands, but it doesn't work. And that's the last thing you see.
I would have narrated that to Viari while we were talking.
Al, have you heard of an entity that looks like that or like that?
Not at all.
Okay.
This is...
Thanks.
I can do research for you, but this is entirely... Everything here is new. Everything here is different.
I'm surprised you haven't made a firefly to follow us around.
Well, I can always look here, so it's not as interesting. I'm just surprised that this is happening.
Yeah. Fair enough. Okay. What do you think, Ace?
I don't know. I worry that if we wake him up, he'll die immediately. Mm-hmm. But I'm unsure where his mind is right now, and that's what worries me more.
Mm-hmm.
A's, make a religion check to figure out if any of this connects to something. To figure out if this connects to any sort of domain or the eldritch entities that have been discussed so thoroughly. I just saw your comment. Brooke, legally acquired, Gabriel. It was legal. No one complained about it ever.
25.
My lawyer checked things over and he was thorough.
25.
Okay.
With a 25 on the religion check, you come to the following conclusion. They are currently in their own little plane of reality. Or at least their mind is. Their body's here, but their mind is elsewhere. They had connected to someone else's reality. Almost like someone was hosting a video game. And then they linked up with the host. The host is dead, yet the realm continues to render.
Spooky Minecraft land.
Spooky Minecraft land. Yeah, I wish I didn't make that fucking analogy.
Hero bride.
I'll fucking kill you. As you link, but basically, make one last make an Arcana check.
I love making Arcana checks.
At disadvantage, incredibly high DC. This is insane DC levels, okay? This is...
I did not make it.
What'd you get?
14 at disadvantage because you're mean.
You don't piece together the last bit of information. If the host
would have been a
dead,
28.
Who is hosting the stream? Why did
Spooky Let's Play.
Who's hosting the Spooky Let's Play? That one question remains, and perhaps you can find something to elucidate more, or make more checks, propose theories.
So just recapping, make sure I understand what's happened here. They connected to the moon, and then presumably, and tried to nope out and oh, you guys are okay. No, you're back. So they connected to the moon or something, or they got, or in trying to not get got, they bamped their mind to another. They were connected to another plane of existence, and then they got to a third plane of existence, and they're stranded on this third plane of existence. Their brain.
No. Okay.
Okay.
So they were in reality.
Mm-hmm.
They cast a spell to connect to another reality.
Right. From reality A to reality B.
Yeah, reality B. Reality B is being hosted in someone else's mind.
Got it.
That person who is hosting is now dead.
Dead. So now they're stranded in reality B in the mind of a dead thing.
Yes.
Okay. And their bodies here just seeping.
Mm-hmm, just seepy.
Okay.
Do we know if there's another host?
That's kind of the thing that was the last piece of information that A's couldn't figure out. If there was another host, if they were dead, if something else was hosting, like they didn't. But the spell host connection implies that there's a suite of spells. Perhaps there's a host spell at the university. Mm-hmm. Maybe if you find that, you can maybe start figuring out who's cast these spells. Especially considering you have a ledger of every spell ever cast.
So wait,
is that up and running now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I cast Sending on this guy?
You can cast Sending.
Okay. Should we talk to him? Viari? Should we research first, talk later?
Yeah. I was just distracted because I was thinking, I haven't heard back from, but we're supposed to be talking to at some point, the person who I met at the Fae dinner, who oversaw the flow of magic between worlds.
Oh, right.
Oh, so it seems like, okay, wait, hold on. That thing that you were setting up with them.
That is separate. That is separate. But I was.
You've always had the ledger.
Yes. I'm aware.
Okay.
I was making jumps about how to make future plans, and
Okay.
my brain was there. I was explaining to Amelia why I was distracted.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, but I understand. Yeah.
So,
do you want me to do it? I can do it.
oh no, I can. I was just wanting to know if you wanted to do something to get more info, but that's what you were distracted by.
Oh, right. Okay, sorry. Yeah. I'm trying to think. There's one last person who I feel like I should ask if they know anything about any of this, and I feel like this is a long shot, but Truth.
Yeah?
When you were alive the last time, did you ever come across anything like this?
No.
Okay. Thanks, bud.
No problem. Got you.
Okay, yeah, no. I just wondered because it's been a long time. I don't know. I figured that someone who was around and who was both Fae and then it's gotten stuck in a, I don't know. They might.
I mean, to be
an
fair,
idea.
I've been around a while and I'm also Fae and I've never seen this shit before.
Yeah, but we're talking billions of years since the Fae Spirit of Truth was last alive.
All I'm saying is Fae Spirit of Space has been around longer than Truth, but
okay.
Damn.
I didn't actually say that.
Spirit measuring contest out here.
Yeah.
Truth does say though. I might not have seen this, but it seems like, based on what Ace is telling us, this school of magic is mostly centered around creating realities, right?
Like space?
Not quite.
It's like everything.
Space is physical. It seems like they're creating mostly mental links.
Does this seem kind of like an intersection between our domains and abilities?
Me and you, or A's and you?
A's and me.
Potentially. There's
Oh,
definitely
that's cute.
There's definitely something happening with mental links and mental spaces and whatnot. I don't know. This is very weird. This is not magic that Fae usually deal with, nor is it magic that really you guys seem to deal with either.
Huh. Thank you, Truth.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm not used to having this many voices in my head, I say to A's, and I don't know how Godfrey does it. Like, I've always just had my
Godfrey
dad.
is rocking in a chair. The voices.
I don't want
so put
candy.
together.
The parasites.
Okay, yeah. So if you want to cast message, then I think that would be good.
Great. Okay, let me think through my words before I start talking.
Message the cantrip?
Sending.
Oh, sending. You're doing sending. Okay.
Hello. Do you know where you are?
Could you cast message to save the spell slot? Because right there.
Well, their mind is on another plane of existence. Well, I guess it's a cantrip. I'll try casting message. Can you hear me?
No response.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Targets. You have a really high Icarna, so you can piece together these nuances. It targets the creature. It is unable to respond.
So message does hit. Okay. I don't need to waste figuring out sending.
Well, sending is into planar, so it might still reach their mind, maybe?
When you say it's unable to respond, is that because they can't physically speak and that's a part of message, or is that because they're too far away? But in that case, it wouldn't hit them, right?
They wouldn't. If
it
would
wouldn't have
not
targeted
hit.
them. Yeah.
Message is if message found the target and they were unable to respond, the message might not have actually hit the target.
Okay, yeah, I'll sending.
Okay.
Just to see. Hello, do you know where you are? How can I find you? I'm A's, by the way, here to help. What do you last remember? That's 25.
I don't know if they're going to be able to respond in 25.
Okay.
They can pick any of those.
All right.
I just need a response.
So, I need you to make a successful Arcana check, and then we need to do something else after. You're trying to target the mind of a creature, not the creature itself. That sort of nuance and specificity requires a high level of casting ability. Make the check, please.
It's only a 27.
Not your best work, but you're capable.
Not my best work. It's a low d20 roll is what fucked me over there. That's why I didn't say anything cocky beforehand. I knew it wasn't gonna be good.
You try your best. You try to manage this sort of nuance. But this is difficult. This is also not something that commonly happens. Only about 50% of your words you manage to direct to the right person. The other 50% get directed towards the creature in front of you.
Is it like a contiguous 50 or?
You don't know what 50% got through. You just know that some of it didn't go to the right place. But because some of it did get through, I need you to make the d20 roll to see if it actually gets through the plane of existence. A 1 is a fail. Just roll a d20. Did you roll a 1?
Yeah, that's 2 ones in a row. I rolled a 1 on the Arcana check, but it doesn't matter because it's a skill check. God,
As you cast Sending,
this is really hard.
This feeling of shame, of disgust, of failure washes over you as you go, I just fucked it up entirely.
I just fucked it up. It's like I haven't even cast the spell, and like I've already know I fucked it up before I finished casting it, but I like have to follow through anyway.
Would you like to try again with the new casting of Sending?
Yeah, I'll burn another spell slot, sure.
All right, would you just like to use the same words?
Yeah.
Okay. You cast it again. Please make the
If
Arcana check again.
If I wanted to be even more clever, I would construct my message so that every other word makes sense, plus the first 12 words and the second 13 words and the full thing. But I'm not going to keep us here that long, even though I could do it. It's just going to take me a minute.
If you want to try that, make a raw intelligence check. And if it's high enough, we'll say that A's did that because you had the idea.
Because Amelia could do that, and if Amelia could do it, A's could do it. Well, that's a natural 20 on the die.
All right, the roll is d6s.
Plus 29 for raw intelligence.
29 for raw int. You managed to formulate a cipher of words that make sense in almost every single order, including the full message, every other word, first 12, second 12, 50%, the first 50%, the first 25, the last 25, the middle 20. You make this masterful message. It takes about 15 minutes of you just...
Yeah, just muttering to myself.
Yeah.
I like to think that I use my name as article adjectives when necessary to make the message work for A's. That is, this next Arcana check is a 44.
Well, it's a good, none of that was necessary. As you successfully cast the spell.
It was necessary to me.
Roll a 1, please. Please roll a d20, and please don't roll a 1.
Okay, that's a 15.
All right.
I was lazy the first time, and the universe punished me, and that's on A's.
You're like, fuck it. And then this time you're like, okay, I'm doing this fucking right. You successfully find the target hidden in this different dimension. It worms its way off. You hear the message go off. You know it found its target. You do not receive a response. But you do learn something. The host of the dream is dead. There is, however, something else hosting it currently. And it's probably linked with that monster that you saw in the Detect Thoughts vision.
Is the host, would I presume that would have been like the professor guy?
It's pretty safe to assume.
Yeah. Okay, so the Wi-Fi network went out and it just hopped on to the next available network, but it was unprotected, so we got infected with the virus. Some malware.
Potentially. It's unclear if this was unintentional or not. This could have been the goal. This place is weird. This
place is weird, and they were weird, and they were doing a weird Moon Man ritual. You cannot rule out any of the possibilities. Look, play Moon Man games, get Moon Man prizes.
Exactly, dude. I always say that.
Yeah. I communicate that information to Viari, but minus the Moon Man jokes.
I have at this point pulled out what is the equivalent of a spell book. It's actually just the D&D spell list. And I'm searching and going like, I cannot find anything in here so far. So far, I've just started. Looks like it's gonna help. But this is weird, right? This is some bullshit. The universe hates us?
It's very possible that some universe reality does.
Yeah.
Have you tried so wait, you can't find any of these deep dream spells?
I'm looking. Which is code for I, Brooke, am looking.
I'm looking for what?
I'm looking through the spell list to see if any of this jumps out as being helpful at all. Commune says that you contact your deity, or a divine proxy. Does this individual seem like they might be a divine proxy? Or the monster might.
The monster maybe. I did say specifically that Dream of the Blue Veil was a spell that is similar to the one cast.
Oh, yeah, okay. However, I do believe that Dream of the Blue Veil would transport us to that place.
So Dream of the Blue Veil, you and up to 8 willing creatures within range fall unconscious for the spell's duration and experience visions of another world on the material plane. So similar. So maybe there's something, if you maybe cast this spell, Dream of the Blue Veil with some of the other insertions in by making another check, you could maybe replicate the spell. But you may, but you could also just look for the spell itself in the university and stuff. I just felt the need to remind you guys that I mentioned Dream of the Blue Veil. If you have another plan, go for it. I just felt like I just want to make sure that wasn't skipped over.
Yeah. Here's my thoughts. The last couple of times that any of us have jumped into the mind of dug too deep into something on this plane of existence, we have gone insane and or died.
Mm-hmm.
I want more information before I want to go casting something like Dream of the Blue Veil on this thing.
Oh, absolutely. Considering that I'm pretty sure this could be what they intended by casting the spell. Mm-hmm. If this might be a successful casting, which is not an outcome I would like to experience.
What I want to know is how and why this guy's body ended up in the middle of the street.
Yes, yeah.
Because that seems weird, right? If this was a successful casting of this, why either somebody has cast it on, it's a guy, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a guy.
On him.
I will say he's got a horrible haircut. He's got like a bob.
That's
really
so
high
unfortunate. I'm imagining from Naruto, that guy with the bowl.
Do not slander Rock Lee. like that, dude.
I was imagining like a Cat Williams kind of bob, where it like flares out.
I am. It is a Cat Williams bob. It is way too high up and it's way too bobby.
Whatever. Anyway, all right. I forget where I was going with this, but basically, yeah, I would like more information. If he traveled to the street of his own accord and then cast it, that seems weird. That seems like he had to cast it in a hurry.
I'm fairly certain it was cast in that room.
Sorry?
I think...
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying. So next point is... Or he cast it elsewhere and his body has since been moved. In which case, why was it moved, but then why was it left on the street? And it's not like he's actually dead, so it's not like we can do the whole, like, speaking to people, find out their final words. Can we?
No, he's not dead. I mean, very...
He gives dead vibes. He should.
Yeah. He looks very dead, so... I think it's possible that they might have thrown him out with all the other bodies. I didn't see any other bodies out there, though. Just this one.
And also, but like, he's still in the uniform. It seems weird that the university would, if they don't normally come up here, just toss someone out in their uniform. But we do now have a uniform.
Yeah. I'm just gonna take off any signifiers. Like, I don't want to leave this man in his underwear, but if I have to, I will.
As you look over this garb, the things that look important to signify that this is the university's people, it seems to be that red scarf, and it seems to be mostly just that red scarf is like a signifier of a university student who is currently and actively studying.
So there's not
there's nothing else.
Also grab the witchy spell stuff.
Okay. Sorry, could you say that first part again? I just heard witchy spell stuff.
I said I'll also grab all his witchy spell stuff. You said there was like kind of more ritualistic kind of magic casting here. Yeah.
As you grab his bag. You grab his bag of spell components. Usually, spell components you guys usually are used to are like you guys know what spells components are. This stuff does not seem to be following your typical rules of spell components. There's almost like a circle with a slider of runes that you can lock into place. These runes are written in a language that you do not speak. However, you could potentially learn the meaning of them if you had like comprehend languages or Eyes of the Runekeeper as an invocation or something. But it seems like spells are cast by locking these runes into place. These runes are all written with a circle around them on the edges. And they're all carved into a white stone.
I'll comprehend those languages.
Okay. You learn the runes' literal meanings. One of the runes, there are a total of 8. The first one, in its order, communion. The second one, sleep. The third one, lake. The fourth one, dream. The fifth one, night. And then the last 3, in this order, beast, blood, nightmare.
After kind of understanding them, I'm gonna like start messing around with this to see if I can sort of see any patterns, or see if there's anything here that could approximate spells that I do know.
Okay.
And kind of start from there.
But we will do that after break. Thank you all so much for watching the first half of PP Game. We will be back in 15 minutes. I need to use the bathroom.
Go piss, girl.
Whee! Hello, everybody. We are back from break. How are you doing? I hope you're feeling good. I learned that blue corn exists and is like.
I didn't realize we were keeping it a secret.
I did. Did y'all know that blue corn is like a commonly eaten thing?
Yeah,
That's
like I don't eat blue corn on the cob. Like you can't find just blue corn. Like you can get multicolored corn though, if you're like going to a cute little store or like a thing. But like yeah, like blue corn chips are like blue corn chips and avocado hummus was like my staple food for a solid 18 months. Jesus fucking Christ, bro.
Get it together.
Let me sneeze in peace. It's the time of year where I literally cannot open my window without going into a sneezing fit.
I sneeze. It's the lies.
You get hay fever in winter?
I get it in like autumn and spring, yeah.
Oh, that's rough.
Can I be vulnerable with you guys?
What?
No.
Okay. Never mind. This clearly isn't a safe space.
With me, I fucking guess.
Okay, Brooke, can I have some alone time with Offbeat?
Yeah. No worries.
I don't actually know what hay fever is whenever people are talking about hay fever, and I never have, and I've never looked it up. When I was a kid, I realized very quickly it wasn't like scarlet fever, and I don't know how it's not just allergies.
It is a people have it's more something that you get diagnosed based on the severity of reaction. It is allergies, but it's more just like, oh, if it happens to me, I'm going to be sick with a fever for like about a week, which is probably not very descriptive of what an allergy is.
That's insane. Because I have allergy. Okay, so I haven't accidentally had hay fever and not known about it, probably.
Yeah. It is just allergies, but people's severity of reaction, it's like the difference between anaphylaxis and just an allergy.
Oh, okay.
It's like it depends on the severity of the symptom. And people with hay fever get fevers. They typically are out of commission for like a weekish. And if they're a man, the symptoms are express themselves more severely because we have terrible pain tolerance.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, Brooke, you can come back.
Oh, okay, there they are. And you didn't hear any of that.
No, you couldn't see me and I was muted, but I totally couldn't hear any.
Yeah, you definitely did. Just leave your headphones on for a bit. So the party has found this interesting spell casting focus with 8 runes on them. The runes in order are Communion, Sleep, Lake, Dream, Night, and the last 3 highlighted with red paint rather than a carving: Beast, Blood, and Nightmare.
Do you think it's like a key?
Like a key or a key?
What?
Like a key or a key?
A key. Do you think
like
it's
a way,
a key?
Like a way to get it, like a way to unlock something, or like a legend?
Yeah, a way to unlock something. Yeah.
Oh.
But like both, kind of.
Oh, yeah, maybe. I assume, I mean, if it's this sort of kind of bridge between a weird religious science cult, I would imagine things like this have a lot of meaning, so it could be. Or have a lot of uses. Or could, at least.
How, you could make an Arcana check, you could make a religion check at this time, if you would like to perhaps uncover what this means.
Arcana, please. 42.
You learn that these spells of the Deep Dream School all seem to be cast via combinations of these 8 words.
Mm-hmm.
And by twisting it and highlighting different sections, you see in the center of this little Rolodex type thing, there's a glass-centered one, which, if you twist into the right order, almost like a rotary phone, enables you to cast your spells.
And so if Beast, Blood, and Nightmare are highlighted, now are those like colored differently, or if I spin it a different way, can I highlight different ones?
Beast, Blood, and Nightmare are engraved differently. The rest seem to be chiseled into this white stone. These ones, the Beast, Blood, and Nightmare, are chiseled, but they also are highlighted with red.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, do we think that this is an effect that we can replicate, but like more safely so that other people can safely use magic? Or is this like...
Well, I'm kind of two minds here. I think perhaps using this to cast spells could be more congruent with the way magic functions here. I don't know if that's inherently safer. I think it just comes with perhaps more predictable complications.
Mm-hmm.
Considering that this, kind of gesturing to him, I think might have been a safely cast spell.
Yeah. Is Caraway still with us?
He's there. He said he was going to lead you guys to the catacombs when you're ready. So but he's just like
Okay.
hanging out. He's sipping tea. He's watching your conversation, but like.
Can I have that for a sec?
Trying not to care. I'm sorry. Can you have one?
Thank you.
No,
not you. No.
Sorry.
8.
My apologies.
8.
I'm just working.
Yeah, here you go.
I'm going to grab the thing from A's and then walk over to Caraway. Have you ever seen anything like this?
Like I said, I don't really deal with the university. It's probably one of the weird magical thingamabobbies.
Okay.
Whatever it is, don't use it.
Do you think we'd be better off just going to the university? What do we do with him?
Leave him.
Okay.
He's a university student. They're not even supposed to be here. If he dies, he dies.
Oh, if he wakes up, let us know.
To the V Army. I'm going to give him to the V Army to take back to our hideout.
Oh.
Don't.
Let's just bring.
Maybe don't bring the potential ticking time bomb back to your secret.
Let's just station some VR
Okay.
here around it then.
Yeah, let's create a safe house then. I would like a safe house that is closer and more accessible to where we normally are.
Could you at least tie him up, maybe? Restrain him somehow? Like...
Yeah, we'll
Yes! That's part of making it a safe house.
Okay, it sounded like you were going to set him up in the master suite or something.
No, we take necessary precautions to ensure that nothing's going to happen. But like a place that I am going to have defended from any outside influence and just watch over whatever's going on. I want him monitored. And I want to see what's going on. I don't know if I'm the right person to reach out to Life. Maybe someone else should reach out to Life and see if Life is willing to help. Have a little look.
Wait, Life? Like the god?
Yeah, like the one who's mad at me because of that time that I accidentally fucked up their domain.
Wait, what do we need Life to do? Sorry, I'm a little confused.
They take care of people who are really sick, right? Like maybe they would have an idea, like maybe they would be more competent.
I don't know. I mean, we can always ask. There's not a problem with that, but I just feel like everything here with the weird eldritch magic is a little bit outside of the realm of Ward. I feel like we should just kind of tie them up, leave a VR-me kind of area stationed around them, and then just, if it wakes up, deal with it.
Okay, sure.
I would also just say, like, he's a university student. They are not nice people. They are borderline insane and usually incredibly malicious. This is not an ally. He's vulnerable, yes, but...
Well,
frankly,
we know that. Oh, sorry.
If it's up to me, I say we kill the bastard, gut his neck, and throw him outside. This student just so happened to be polite enough to leave us alone before they bloody gave us this. Because next time we see a student, they're not going to be so nice.
I just think the next time we see a student, they're not going to be so vulnerable.
Exactly. So we should kill this one while we have the bloody chance.
I would rather get information out of them.
All right. I'm going to trust you all on this, but if this bites me in the arse, I'm killing him.
I mean, we don't have to leave him here. I think we're just going to send some V's to transport. I think the plan is to basically set up a third party that's somewhere in between us and our main safe house, and just have some VR me around the clock keeping an eye on his unconscious body for when it wakes up.
Mm-hmm. And restrain him in all of the necessary things, and take anything that looks like a magical focus or components or anything.
I've taken all of his shit off
like
of him.
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, I'm gonna have the VR me completely strip him down and then put new clothes on him, like clean him and stuff, put new clothes on him, so that he can't, like, so that we know for sure that there is nothing hidden.
As you remove his shirt, you realize that he is engraved all across his torso. He or someone else has engraved all across his torso these runes in like the 8 circle, with communion at the top and nightmare at its base, right above the navel.
For fuck's sake.
You also note that from this nightmare at the navel, you note that it's thumping and pulsing, almost like an additional heart.
Ace?
Yeah.
Do you recall when I took over the domain of dreams, all the nightmares left? Like, very notably, the nightmares left Alistair, left the dreaming initially because Alistair went in to kill them all, but went to kill everyone in the dreaming, and then ended up finding me, and then left me alive and my parents and all of that. And then, like, when I ended up taking over the dreaming, there was a nightmare there. The nightmares are not on good terms with us, and they had left, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they're here?
Possibly.
This feels personal. Okay.
You want to just kill it then?
No.
We're killing it?
No.
Fuck.
But it does raise some very specific concerns about what... I don't know. Okay. Well, same plan. I just wonder if... Is there an experiment or something that we could, like, so how do we test the pulsing nightmare sigil?
For?
What for?
What it's doing? Is he, like, containing a nightmare in himself or something? Like, what's going on?
Make an Arcana check. I will say you guys are starting to really stretch the bounds of the information that you have. So this might be getting to the point of, like, you guys just need more... You need more toys in the toy box.
That is a 45.
With a 45 on the Arcana check, using Agreement's crazy Arcana, I will say the following. This is not linked, at least directly, to the nightmares that you are talking about.
Okay.
This seems to be done intentionally. This seems to be working as intended.
Mm-hmm.
As for what it's doing, you have not the foggiest clue if this is a byproduct of the spell, if this is an intention of the spell. You don't have the information. You would need to find a book on deep dream magic. Or someone to tell you about it. You just need more information in order to put together this stuff.
I have an idea, and I think you're going to say no, but I want to express it out loud.
Okay.
We discussed, when I was setting up the dreaming, that the dreaming contains a version of everything that has ever and could ever exist, but also everything that couldn't ever exist. Is it possible to search the dreaming for a copy of whatever is happening here, for the closest copy, like, of example of what is happening here?
You could probably get the image and the body of this person, replicating its exact effects. You would be unable to tell the difference between a body that just looks like this versus one that is actually doing this magic.
Okay.
So you could probably find about 100,000 different bodies that all look exactly the same. But figuring out which one's actually doing the shit, that's where you're going to run into your issues.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. So it's not worth us digging into, even if I had like an infinite simulacrum army, for example.
It probably would not be worth looking into regardless,
Okay.
because you would be unable to tell the difference between a false positive and a real positive at this point in time. You need to get more information in order to do
Okay.
that.
Okay. Even as the god of truth. No, I'm kidding. All right. Yeah. Let's move him and let's get going into the catacombs, I guess. Rascal, how are you tracking?
What? Sorry. I was zoned out staring at the floor.
That's okay, great. You ready to go? You don't need a nap or something? We took a long rest at the end of last game, didn't we?
Yeah, I remember. Can't sleep.
That's right, yeah.
Just stared at the floor while thinking about everything. Yeah, I can go.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Awesome.
Lead the way, fancy man. Pointing at Caraway. All right. Well, we're going to the Undercity. Now, it's important to remember. Do not stray far. And there's going to be lots of beasts. I will try to get them to not attack us. There are some hunters there that view them as denizens of the city. Citizens. I don't see the way. I think they're crazy. But we're doing this to avoid a fight with other hunters. They are bastards. They are tricky, and frankly, you all seem capable, but they fight in ways and using tactics that you're probably not familiar with. So it's best to avoid for now. We ready?
Yeah.
All right. Let's get moving then. You see he tightens up all of the buckles and belts on his gloves and around his knees, and he gets his vial into his blood vial in his hand. And you guys make your way out of the safe house. Begin to navigate your way through the night and through the streets. Seems like things have more or less quieted down since about 8 hours ago when you guys last ventured out here. Caraway leads you through winding city streets with incredibly tall houses, spires, and incredibly short houses. Through parks and different ways. You encounter some especially important fights and encounters. Some random crazed citizens who you easily dispatch of. And you begin to make your way down deeper and deeper. You eventually get to a stairway with a locked door in front of you. Caraway swiftly makes his way over. You see him whisper into the doorway. Could I get perception checks from all of you?
Maybe.
12. After only rolling for Arcana, I have to delete so many dice to do this perception check.
What a fucking
17?
mood.
17?
I have 2 tabs open. Just one for my Arcana rolls and one for
I always
everything
do that.
else.
One for all my high rolls and one for all my low rolls because it's just more convenient than having to constantly switch back and forth between the two. And I do so many
valid.
deception and Arcana checks.
What'd you get, Ace?
Oh, 12.
12.
Mhm.
This guy's good.
Does that work?
This guy's good at speaking soft. You guys don't hear shit. Even as listening as you might. You hear him say a passphrase though. You know it's a passphrase. It's obviously a passphrase. He says something and a door opens.
The weasel sings at midnight.
Dude, that's crazy. How'd you know? You make the way down. You guys make your way down a very long spiral staircase, stepping quietly, softly.
So what's the passphrase?
I don't think I'm allowed to tell you, frankly.
Fair enough.
It's just Fishhook citizens are a little bit secretive about the passphrases, and that door there doesn't like it when other newcomers start using it. Changes it on us.
The door is the one who... Wait, the door is alive. It's sentient?
Well, you talk to it and it opens for you.
I feel like that's magic.
Probably.
Something.
It's probably magic. It's probably something the university did. They sectioned off the city years ago. They didn't want anyone else coming to the Undercity. It's their place, they call it.
Fair enough.
But the Undercity does not belong to them, and we're not going to let them experiment on these beasts regardless of it. We're going to kill the beasts, as we're supposed to.
You said that, and all I could think in my head was that song from Beauty and the Beast, where they're like, kill the beast!
That's crazy. You guys begin to make your way through to the spiral staircase and go down into the Undercity. And eventually you arrive at these two giant double doors. They've been barred shut. And a letter is out on the front. Scrawled in with big capital letters. It says, "Do not enter. Hunters beware. Killed on sight." What do?
Do you think that any of us should wear the little necktie thing to make us look like university students? Ace?
Oh. I'll actually ask our friend here that, I think. Because I'm trying to remember exactly where we are relative to the Undercity and where the university is.
The university is in the Undercity.
Where are we relative to the... Are we in the Undercity now?
You're about to enter. So there's giant double doors. Open them up. The Undercity lies within. Well, if you're asking me, most university students aren't seen outside that bloody university.
Right, that's what I was thinking.
So it'd probably be
this
weird.
far out.
That guy up there is an anomaly. I have no idea how we got out there. So the fact that if you guys arrive dressed in university attire, if I'm being honest, you'll probably be treated like hunters and killed on sight by the other hunters that are within.
Fair enough.
Is there anyone who can walk in here without getting killed on sight? Or...
Well, the trick is I hide my weapons, and I've been infiltrating this group for about the last 5-ish years, I think.
Fair enough.
If I just walk behind you invisibly, are they likely to... Is anyone likely to notice?
I don't know.
Fair enough. I think it's worth testing out, though.
Hop into your necklace.
Yeah, actually, that's not a bad idea.
All right, as you hop into the necklace.
Can I also... Can I bring, a contingency of simulacrums?
Are you going to send them into the Undercity?
Yeah, and be, invisible and...
Well, are you trying to set up another network of the...
Yes. Yes.
Okay, here's what I'll require from you. Half of your current V-Army points in order to set up a new network.
I haven't rolled them for this long rest, so I will do that now. And it's just my deception roll, yeah? My normal deception roll?
It is your spell
or my
attack.
normal charisma.
Your spell attack.
The spell attack. So my normal spell attack is... Wait, okay. 7 plus 8 is 15 plus that's increased by... Wait, is this with or without magic items?
Because
plus items.
2. With magic items.
Okay. Plus 2 then, so that's 17. And I had to do that
So that's 6.
manually because it's not actually...
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way. Okay, so it's 17. Which is 6. You are correct. And then I will roll the d20 with that. 35.
35. Okay, so 35, I require half rounded down of your current VRME points in order to set up a new network.
Okay.
So that'd be 17.
Okay. I will do that. Sounds good. I'm just making a note in my phone.
Got you.
Are we going to keep going?
Yeah. Okay. I was just waiting to make sure that be told that you're done with all that jazz.
Sorry. Yeah. I was just trying to keep track of the number of points, how many I'd spent, and what I'd spent it on. Because if I looked next time and I was like 18,
Yeah.
I get to 18.
Right.
I'd be like, yeah. Anyway. Yes.
Yeah, you set up your new net. So you go in here and you start coordinating your VRME to set up a new network. And after I'd say about good 15 or so minutes, they're very nimble, they're very capable. Your network, you find, has been set up. There's only one dark spot, and that's around the university.
Okay, awesome.
Information reports start coming back in from the VRME. Lots of wolves, lots of beasts, lots of creatures. One particular hot spot. There's a church, and there seems to be humans in there, short in stature.
Huh. I'm going to whisper that to the necklace with A's. And I'm going to... I think we went through this last time, but I don't remember. I'm going to whisper to Caraway, because I'm invisible at this point, I assume, and I'm going to be like, I'm going to start speaking to you in your mind when I need to speak to you. You can reply to me. Don't freak out. It's totally safe.
All right.
Is that okay? Is that okay? It's going to be so much more subtle than if I have to speak to you every time.
See the tactical benefits. Thank you for the warning. I would have flipped shit if that came out of nowhere.
Okay, that's fair. I'm going to give you a test run and let you know what it feels like. And then I'm just going to ping him and be like, this is what it sounds and feels like.
Okay.
I can't read your thoughts. I can just send you messages and then you can reply.
Let's stop giving details on this. I think I should just not think about it. Yeah.
Okay,
great.
that's fair.
Thank you. Look at Yari go, learning from the past million times they've done this unprompted, and it went horribly.
Do you know anything about a church with a bunch of people living in it?
No. Oh, food. I know bits and pieces. Not much though. I think that yeah.
Is that the kind of place we should avoid?
Usually we've looked at. You said there's things living in there.
Oh, there's a bunch of people in it, apparently.
What? It's always empty. There's never people in there. You say there's people in there.
That's what my simulacrums are saying.
How many? How many people?
How many?
You get a few things back. 20, potentially more.
20 or so?
There's no way you can fit 20 people in there. No. Are you sure?
That's what the network's saying.
All right, let's...
is this a place we should avoid or we should check out on our way?
Well, now we should definitely check it out because there's nothing there. There's never been anything there. That's where we hunters go to take up our oaths.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we go take up our oaths there, and then we leave, and you do it one at a time by yourself. If there's 20 people in there at once, it's not supposed to be. Something's going down there, is what it sounds like.
Okay.
And
well,
we were giving Brooke a hard time, Amelia. Come on.
I do all mine at once.
Fair enough. Bless you.
And I don't lie about when I'm done with them.
You're right.
Oh my goodness, I was done, and then a little bit later, I had to start again.
Likely story.
What do you
Likely
do things
story.
only once in your life? Is that the only time in your life you've ever sneezed?
Yeah,
Were you
but
lying the
Probably.
last time that you said you were done?
I never say I'm done. I'm always expecting more.
But yeah, we should definitely check that place out then. But we do need to go and say hi to my contacts here first. Let them know that we're here, and also get them acquainted with you two as a concept. God, that's going to be a difficult explanation.
God.
Yeah, that'll go
See,
over
you're
great.
already warming up to it.
Yeah,
You're
that's-
already on board.
Because I'm open-minded, and I'm also a double agent that's working to stop these people so we can eradicate the beasts here properly. These people are fanatics and potentially insane. Half of them are dripping
Should
on
we
that
be telling
edge.
them about us then?
Well, if we want them to move with more freedom, then yes.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're going to have to stay invisible this whole time and keep your mouth shut.
All right, fair enough.
I mean, unless you want me to ask all the questions.
I'll
No.
probably do that. No?
No, I don't want him to ask all the questions.
Oh, I'll probably let you ask a lot of questions. People's usually pretty hostile towards my questions. So I'm okay with you taking the lead on that.
You ask a lot of questions that are probably best kept covered up, you know? You're asking about secrets.
You're good at getting results at the very least.
Good at getting reactions. That's different.
It's helpful. Can be.
Yeah, because
you ask
sometimes.
so
swoop in.
much-
I play bad cop, you play good cop. You swoop in, smooth
Basically-
things over, exactly what we want.
Viari, you do the equivalent of
how it
going,
works.
how long have you known about your hemorrhoid? And like, and you're like, why are they mad at me? I was asking about the hemorrhoid. I was being polite. It was clearly bothering them.
Do you want me to fix your hemorrhoid?
Do you want me to fix your hemorrhoid? Can I get a look at it? Like, 'cause I was like, dude.
And then Ace comes in and goes, okay, I think what my friend was meaning to say is that you look like you're experiencing some discomfort, and it would benefit everyone here if we could address that. Would you like our assistance? And then they do what we want. And so really, I'm just tactfully playing the bad cop in a good cop, bad cop situation.
No, you always do great.
Thank you.
Even when you're not playing the bad cop, even when you're just playing the VR cop.
The VR cup,
Mhm.
the talk too much cup.
Sometimes you say things and I don't know how you want me to respond.
That is so valid, and that is the correct response. There wasn't a right or wrong answer to that, but that was the right answer. So we're going to meet your contact.
Contacts.
Contacts?
Yes.
Am I gonna like them? Are they rude?
They're insane. I just said that.
I'll
Okay.
probably like them.
Yeah, well, so's Godfried, but I like him.
I'm gonna say this much. They probably won't like you, so let's try and keep your interactions to a polite minimum.
Fair enough.
Try not to antagonize them, but I understand they are grating.
It's standard procedure.
Okay.
I got you. Ace, would you like to be out of the necklace for this?
Oh yeah, when we meet them, yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool.
All right, and you guys make your way towards his contacts. As you look around this Undercity, you note that there's lots of, first of all, there's beasts, and you note that Caraway is trying his best to avoid seeing any of them seeing him, and him seeing any of them. He's taking lots of side streets and back streets, and whenever he does see a beast, he quickly ducks behind the wall and tries to make his way without encountering them. It takes a long time. He says that he's going just to this watchtower that could be only like 2 or 3 blocks away. It takes nearly an hour to get there with all of this maneuvering. This will be a lot better once we kill all these damn beasts. Alright. Please make stealth checks, Viari, as you make your way over.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
Benefits of being
so
in the necklace.
I assume that I have advantage as well. Because I'm invisible.
You do have advantage, yes.
Yeah, okay. So the first one is 29, and the second one is also 29.
29. Okay. You, thank God, are nimble and stealthy, as is your entire V army, which is why you're able to do all the bullshit you're able to do. You manage to be silent as the night and invisible as the wall behind you, as you make your way through this street, and you are not a hindrance to poor Caraway as he continues to make his way. Eventually, you arrive at the watchtower. As he gets there, he does a knocking pattern, which you're able to pick up and would be able to repeat at a later date. The shutter opens, it quickly closes, door opens up, and in front of you, you see another hunter. This one is dressed entirely in cloth. It looks almost like a cotton, but it's draped or like a linen draped over him, in tatters. You see that there is burning, that the ends are singed and burnt. And as you look on closer inspection, the entire of the cloth has been treated and is burn resistant. You see, covering his face, he's got a mask that he pulls down. As you made your way over here, you would have noticed the fires that are constantly burning throughout the city. Still burning to this day, even though apparently these burnings happened a long time ago. The hunter who sees you goes, "Oi, hello, Caraway. Seems like you got yourself some new mates." He looks right at you, Viari, which is uncanny because you're invisible. "Who's the fuck I can't see?" That would be Viari. They are a new contact who is sympathetic to our cause, and I thought it'd be good to meet them. They are capable, but you need to not freak out when they do the things they do. Not freak out, eh? There's some kind of casty type, huh? Some kind of magic users. You've been digging in the university? No, I've not been bloody digging in the university. Just be polite, please. Thank you. Alright, Viari, this is Alexander.
Nice to meet you.
Are you gonna drop your invisibility?
Yeah.
Okay. Fucking hell. Sorry.
I was gonna pop out of the necklace at this right now too.
Fucking hell, who's that? He immediately pulls out a gun.
I just kind of stand there.
This is
I'm
my
azed.
assistant.
Just calm down. Alexander.
I just figured we should get all of the out of the way now. There's no one else.
This is Aze. You used to be a gearcraft hunter. This is the person who did all of your bullshit for you and is the basis of half your research. Holsters back his gun. Spooked me, is all.
Oh, that's fair.
Alright. Sympathetic to our cause. You've been digging on the top side then? Yes, I've been digging on the top side. I said I was going up there to do investigation and research. You gotta keep up, darling. Fuck you, mate. Alright. Come in, we'll take you on. We'll get you all onboarded. Actually, sorry. We're not gonna be staying. We actually need to do an investigation on the church. Do you know anything that's happening there right now? No, is there something going on? Well, the talented ones here said that they heard that they sensed some bodies inside there. Well, we closed up the shop just the other, just like a few minutes ago there. I was quickly changing me oath. Huh. Well, let's build a surprise visit then. Anyway. If these two arrive, screaming, you let them in, alright? You'll be able to treat them with safety. They can use our facilities, and they can restock and take camp here. Whatever. As long as they don't magic in front of me. And that's Alexander, as he walks away.
Seems nice.
It's lovely. We do have 2 friends, and I would like for them to also be able to seek help here. But I also realized that it's impossible to show you what their faces look like without using magic right now. So I'm going to keep that one in my back pocket.
Well, your other friend is the skeleton, right?
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
We have another one.
I'm just going to say the skeleton is one of yours, and that
Yes.
the other one.
And Fader.
The one that's with the skeleton as well.
Yeah, his name's Fader. They've got like red hair. They're really pale.
I'm going to say that's a zombie.
Okay.
Yep, that's a zombie. The skeleton's a skeleton, and you, I'm just pointing at Viari, are actually a member of the heretics.
Does this mean I'm not a member of the people who get the stories?
Yeah, just don't tell people that. Just say that you're a heretic, and
Okay.
then that way the skeleton and the zombie belong to you, and that's why they're here.
Okay.
That's why they're powerful. Okay. It's called lie.
Yeah.
It's a lie. Are you good at that?
As good as anyone.
I thought you didn't you say you're like
Ace?
the god of lies? I thought this isn't your.
Yeah, that was the
wheelhouse?
joke.
Okay, I don't know, man. Cut me some sake here. This is weird.
That's fair. That's fair. You know what? That's fair. And Ace is just like a gear crafter, I guess.
I'm just actually me, I think.
Oh, you are just like. Oh yeah, right. You just get to be yourself. I forgot. You're
I
actually
don't-
known here.
I don't like doing disguises anyway, so this works.
How do you get away with this every time? If I didn't wear disguises, I would be locked in prison more often than not.
Well, I don't commit crimes in the way you do.
It's not even that much. It's like a respectable amount of crime committing. How
Oh,
much
I'm not
would you
saying
give
I
up
don't
on?
commit crimes. I just don't do it in the way you do.
Okay, fair enough. Well, is that Alexander is lovely. Thank you for the introduction. You said that there were more?
Yeah, and we're not gonna meet them because we want to leave here immediately.
We're heading to the church?
Okay.
Yes.
Do you want to jump into a necklace again?
No, we're fine because we've talked to the people. We have coverage, right?
Well, yeah, we still have to hide from all the beasties, though.
Oh,
You good
okay.
Sneaking.
I jumped to the necklace.
Let us know. All right. I need stealth checks again from you, Viari.
Invisible again.
I have a whole +2 to stealth, so I don't want to brag.
Here, 25. Could
After...
I? Sorry, I was gonna say, could I be using the simulacrum network to ping us on the best way to go to avoid beasts and things?
You could have them. You could have them do a check around. Make a perception check, please, with them.
Okay, I can do that. Perception is +8, which means that's 2 dice. 24.
With a 24, you do manage to find a way. It's still gonna have some beasts, but the DC will be lowered as a result. So what was that stealth check?
That was 25.
25. Okay. You using the new routes, even though you're not exactly the most stealthy this time, you're kind of a little clumsy. You managed to make your way towards the church.
If it gets too difficult, like if there's any area that's too difficult, I'm just gonna bonus action fly, which is not an ability I use a lot, but I can use it like 8 times a day at this point. Like I'm just gonna start flying.
Wild.
There's no, you don't encounter any problems, I will say, because of
Okay.
the previous scouting. I'm just saying this as a 25 is good, but like not what we need at the moment.
That's fair.
When you're
Also,
going-
it's not a spell, so I don't have to concentrate on it, I don't think.
It's not. It's just an ability.
Yeah, it's the genie wallet thing.
You arrive at the church, quietly. Now, as you arrive at this church, you notice a few things. For one, I'm just gonna say Rascal has been here, just been like hiding out, and they can camouflage, so they have been hiding themselves. As you arrive, Rascal pipes up for the first time in a little bit. There's beasts in there. Get a sniff.
Oh. Like, dangerous. We gotta kill some people, set up an ambush.
Yeah, usually that's what beasts mean.
20 of them? That seems like a lot altogether.
No, they kill each other if there's that many.
Wait, real quick though. I'm gonna ping the network. You said that there were people.
Yeah.
Did you see them with your own eyes?
Yeah, they were like short.
Or short?
Mm-hmm.
But not beasts. They're not beasts?
I didn't see beasts. I'm smelling beasts.
I
Stinky.
believe you, Rascal. This is all I'm pinging
Yeah.
telepathically, so he doesn't know that I'm questioning
I
anything.
didn't see any beasts.
Okay. Alright. Rascal, I want you to wait out here, find somewhere safe and hide, please. I
Quickly
would
digs
like...
into the ground of the church in front and just buries himself.
Okay, good.
I love him.
I don't want him putting himself in danger if this is really 20 beasts, because we can plane shift out if we need to. But I'm going to turn to Caraway. You should also find somewhere to hide. I'm going to take a couple simulacrums in. A's is going to be my necklace. Yes, I'm going to go check out what's in there.
Well, I should probably come with.
How stealthy are you? Can you turn invisible?
I haven't been seen once this entire time, have I, by beasts?
I guess. All right.
Alright.
All right.
Stealth check. Are you going to make your way over there?
Yes.
Stealth check, please.
All right. And I'll be invisible again. 25 again.
Even with advantage?
That was even with advantage.
As Caraway got a 28. As you make your way over to the church proper, you begin to climb your way up onto the roof to get a better look. And something you see kind of shocks you. Rascal burrows up from underneath the ground inside the church as a full beast and immediately begins to howl and get into an aggressive stance. And then you see a bunch of the kids back away because there's
Kids?
There are younger kids in here, and they back away.
Rascal! And I'm just gonna like charge over to him.
And he takes a swing at you because he doesn't know who you were as you just kind of ran at him. Does a 24, 26.
Yes.
Okay. Yep. Does a 30 hit?
Yes.
All right. This is the first time you've been hit by Rascal, right?
Yeah.
All right. You're gonna learn some of his mechanics. Please make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. All right. That is this magical?
Nope.
Okay, it's 29 then.
29.
Yes.
You take what'd you get again? Sorry, I didn't quite hear again.
I got a 29.
29. Okay, you make the save. You take 23 slashing damage, and you feel these daggers as they claw into your stomach, bap you away 10 feet. You feel this aching poison soaking the talons.
Wait, how much damage was that? 23?
23, yes.
Okay.
As he strikes, and as he looks, he goes, "Ouch!" He goes, and he quickly morphs back into a person. "Oh my god, I'm so sorry!" And he runs over to
That's okay.
you. And
now that I'm poisoned, what's gonna happen?
you feel the poison, but your body fights it off.
Okay.
Yeah, you made the save.
Oh, rascal! I feel like I understand how those hunters ended up dead.
As you look more around, you note these kids of very similar proportions to Rascal. The overextended arms and the overdeveloped forearms, with sharp fingernails regardless of size, the excessive fur and fuzz covering their face.
Oh.
One of the kids approaches and goes, what are you doing here?
We came to check out the church because we heard there was some activity here.
Don't tell the hunters.
I won't. Do you guys know that the hunters come here?
Mm-hmm.
Is there somewhere safer you could be?
Mm-mm.
Okay. What's your name?
Jasper.
Hi, Jasper. I'm Viari. This is Rascal. This is Caraway. And in my necklace...
You point to where Caraway is, and he's not there. He is still up on the roof.
Okay, well, we have a friend named Caraway, and I also have a friend named Ace, who you will likely be meeting shortly. If they appear out of thin air, don't be startled. Where are your parents?
The hunters.
Your parents are hunters?
Those hunters. I'm gonna point at the direction of where the watchtower is.
Those are your parents, or they killed your parents?
Those are our parents.
Oh. And you've run away?
They left us here.
Oh. Did they say why?
No. We left here as babies.
You've been here all by yourself?
Not by ourselves. There's a wolf who protects us. Big beast. He lives below.
Oh. What's his name?
We just call him the wolf. He doesn't talk. Because he's a wolf.
He's not like you guys? He can't switch back and forth?
Mm-mm. He's a full beast.
Oh. You guys look hungry.
Oh, we're full.
Do
We
you
eat the beasts.
Oh, you eat the food? The beasts?
Mm-hmm.
That's...
Whenever the
That's
hunters
good.
come to do the ritual, we go out and hunt. You can usually blend
How
in
long
pretty
have you been here?
Well, I'm the oldest. I'm about 13. After
Not to
the
say, if Ace pops out, I can tell how old anyone is. We've established that.
about 13. I was born roughly after all of the nonsense with when they showed up.
They?
The hunters. And they showed up to protect the beasts.
Oh, okay. How did you learn to speak?
We follow them. We listen to them. Sometimes we can hear the beasts talking.
Huh. Well, I want you to know internally, I'm thinking, who am I to look a ragtag group of orphans in the mouth and,
and not give them jobs.
and not immediately adopt them? That
I gotta pick whichever one is me and Godfried's.
that sounds like you are very brave and very capable. Well,
You look not strong, says Rascal.
Rascal!
What? They look weak.
Well, they haven't had parents guiding them their whole lives. Maybe we cut them some slack. They seem to have done a pretty good job on their own.
Sounds like they've got an overdeveloped wolf in the basement who kills things that find them. Am I wrong?
Tell you what, Rascal.
What?
You have been training for your whole life.
Damn straight.
They seem an awful lot like you. I bet that a really strong wolf boy would be able to teach them a thing or two.
Yeah, probably.
Probably?
Wait, oh wait.
Is that what you
are
got
you
for
saying
me?
I should teach them? I am your leader now. You see, as he browses in front of you.
All right, Rascal. And I'm gonna grab him by the fur and pull him
he
back.
like swats at you like, wait a
Like, okay.
He starts shaping his legs so that he gets long, heavy legs, and you have to drop him.
Oh, God damn it. All right, Rascal, just chill out for a sec. But I don't want to leave these guys on their own. For real. You know more about your particular skill set than I do. And I don't like that they are in the position that they are in. So you have no adults looking out for you, just this wolf in the basement.
Mm-hmm.
Could I meet the wolf?
He looks to the other kids and goes, maybe if you bring him with you, but you gotta be careful. He's really protective.
Okay. Would you escort me down as well?
The Jasper looks to the other kids again. Okay, just make sure no other hunters see us.
Okay.
Make a deception check, as Caraway has already seen them.
I told them about Caraway, though.
Oh, I guess I did say other hunters. Yeah, fair enough. Not my intent, but I'll allow it. Caraway, as you look up, is still looking up there and is just shaking his head no.
I am going to ping him. It's all right.
You don't. If that beast is what I think it is, that is a nightmare of a creature to fight.
What do you think it is?
Probably it is I think it's a misshapen hunter.
Probably.
Yeah.
And it's been taking care of these kids all these years.
Probably running off of a base instinct. It thinks it's cubs or something. If it sees a person, it's probably that one, pointing at Jasper, the oldest kid's dad or mom or something. Probably dropped them off here when they realized they were going to be misshapen. And then went to the basement to die, but they didn't die. So now it's in a twisted fate, protecting it forever. Look, if you're gonna go, be prepared for just be so careful. Beasts are unpredictable, and if you kill this thing, then these kids will be alone. I don't know what's going on here, but this is dangerous.
Okay. I'm going to turn to Jasper. Do you think that the wolf is going to try to kill us on sight?
I don't know. Does that with other people, but maybe if you have Rascal, they won't.
Would you feel better if we didn't go down there?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll table that for another day. Do you have a way to make sure that the wolf isn't going to come up here and notice that we're like, hanging out right now?
It doesn't come up to the surface. Unless
Ever?
well, not usually.
Mm-hmm.
It only usually comes up to the surface if it hears a fight.
Okay. Well, as I said, my name is Fiari. And was that like a sneaky, scary DM roll, or was that an I accidentally dropped my die roll?
That's an I dropped my dice roll.
Okay. My name is Fiari, and I'm new around here.
And I'm new in town.
Shut the fuck up. But I am the god of lies, and I am trying to get to the bottom of what's going on down in this Undercity. And I feel like you guys probably...
What's the god of lies? Is that like a job?
Yeah.
Is that like a hunter?
No, but I'm also a hunter.
You see, they immediately get a little bit more tense.
No, not like that. Not like that. I had to take an oath so that I wouldn't like immediately die or whatever. It was more that kind of thing.
Rascal
I don't
steps
actually.
in and goes, "My mom's a hunter," and they'll go, "Huh?" As is my dad. And
Yeah.
And my auntie's also a hunter.
Am I his auntie?
Yeah.
I love him.
And just because she looks old doesn't mean she is.
This is exactly the kind of unhinged behavior I expect from a fucking teenager. Okay, yeah, thank you, Rascal. I think that you have had some very bad interactions with hunters, and I can see why, but I want you to know that I'm not that kind of hunter. I am a hunter in name only. I have no intention of killing you or any other beasts if I can avoid it. I will defend myself if I need to, but I am not planning on going around and eradicating all of the beasts.
At this point in time, Ace, make a charisma saving throw.
Okay. 7.
You hear a voice in your head. Come below. I seek audience. No one else is reacting to this. Just you, Ace.
Is it come blue?
Come below.
I'm gonna pop out of the necklace. Do you hear that, Fiari?
Hear what?
Something asked me to go down below.
Oh god, do we think it's the wolf?
Maybe it spoke directly into my mind.
Okay, well, it doesn't seem like it wants me to go down below, but I am worried about you going on your own.
Right.
Do you want to ask it if you can, like, bring a friend?
Are you still there? Should I come alone? Can I bring other people?
No response.
Yeah, I don't think it's really a open channel of communication.
Okay. That makes sense. Okay. Rascal. I want you to, in the event that anything goes badly right now, return to the surface and to your parents with Caraway.
What?
We will get out, we'll come back, and we'll try again another day. If anything goes badly. Because if I die, I can
He's
still
lying.
come back.
I was about to say insight
Oh,
check.
he's lying. Okay.
Okay.
As the god
Rascal?
of lies, you know he's lying.
Okay, Rascal, I know that you're lying.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I'm the god of lies, and apparently also truth.
Okay. Hey, Viari.
Bad connection. I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Oh wait, no.
All right, Rascal, promise that you will at least hold off and not get involved, because if I die, I will come back. I will come back, Rascal. So will A's. We don't just, if we die here, we come back. If you die, you don't.
Oh God, you're sounding like my mom. Fine,
Yeah, well, maybe your mum is right every now and again.
Yeah, she's boring and lame. I won't go on.
Well, I'm taking you into battle, and so you have to listen to me, because you might be their leader now, but I'm your leader. So, fall in line.
That's not quite battle yet.
That's, yeah, well.
Also, idea. I cast Mage Hand, and I just have it hold something. I could go down, leave the Mage Hand here. If it drops, then I need help. Hopefully whatever this is can't kill me in one round.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. All right, I'll wait up here with these guys then.
Yeah, you can maybe teach them something.
I'm gonna sit down amongst them and be like, do you guys want to show me what you figured out?
What do you mean by that?
Well, you grew up here all by yourself. I bet you figured out some pretty cool skills. To have survived this long.
Okay. Rascal sits with them and goes, Auntie's pretty cool, even though she's bossy.
We don't use language like bossy to refer to women because that's sexist, okay? Assertive.
My brain is just imagining Rascal being like, what's a woman?
He looks at you and goes, you're a girl.
Have you been a girl this whole time?
When did you become a girl?
Everyone always calls me she.
That's what that means?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Why does that make you not bossy?
Bossy
Ace
is weaponized against, and then I'm just gonna launch into that as Ace walks down.
Viari's teaching them about third wave feminism without any context and how this applies to their world.
Yeah.
Okay, so when women stay at home, there's this thing called the second shift.
You go down into the basement, A's. And you see, as you walk down into the basement of this church, you note the ornate statues on the walls, the gildedness of it, the gold leaf. It looks almost Baroque in era. So much gold. And as you arrive at the basement and you look at the far end, you see a creature. I think calling it a wolf is a bit of a burying the lead situation. It barely looks like a wolf at all. It's just got hair. It's got a humanoid hand. Two large humanoid hands. This creature stands easily 30 feet tall. It's hunched over, though, with incredibly long back legs that have hips broken backwards in order to be more innate for pouncing and crawling. Its head is almost... has been elongated with deer antlers of sorts pointing up. Not deer, more like a moose antlers pointing upwards.
Split the difference, call it elk.
Yeah. The hair is coating over all of its body. And you see on its rib cage, you see more tinier hands encroaching around it, almost wrapping its torso in order to make its chest.
Wood.
Are you Ace? It is not moving its mouth. It is speaking through your mind.
Yes.
What are you here for with mine kin?
We discovered there were people living here. We came to investigate. We intend them no harm, and this is not our quarry.
Your creations have brought much ill to mine kin. Your weapons, your tools.
I would imagine so. I think in this world, as in many others, we all just do what it takes to survive and protect the ones we care about. And in this world, as in many others, that purpose twists and perverts in the hands of many in a insane grab for power. Many people get hurt who probably should not have, and many people who get hurt who probably had it coming.
Persuasion check.
Oof.
I'll give you advantage. You get a good point. It respected the point of taking care of the ones it loves.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna do this creature the disservice of like apologizing, because I'm not sorry, and not even in, like, I'm not sorry they died, but like, bruh, you've seen the world. Do I have anything for that?
I will
Not
allow
great.
a second level casting of borrowed knowledge to give yourself proficiency if you do not have proficiency in persuasion.
I don't have proficiency in persuasion. I would love that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Add +8 to the roll, to the modifier.
So that is... Okay, that helped. I rolled really high on the d6s. That is a 24.
I guess we all must fight to survive.
Do you wish to fight now?
No. I have no quarrel with you. But I smell
Nor I with
hunter's
you.
blood in your veins.
You do what it takes to survive. I do not hunt out of joy or pleasure, but only out of necessity.
I am not granted this lucidity often. Your presence has brought me clarity. So I will impart what I can while I can. The moon is arriving. It was beckoned. And it is here. If you can halt the moon, I think that would help. The
Halt the
pieces.
moon?
Halt it. Stop it. It was brought here. No, not brought. Asked. Hailed. arrived of its own volition. It has influence over the blood in our veins. It excites, mutates, writhes. Take care of the kids. I see you've brought another. They are what happens when hunters have children. A union of the cursed blood and the natural humanity. They are born stunted. Their humanity is the cost of the accentuated beast within. They don't usually live long. Those hunters over there, they have kids. Accidentally. Hunters are told they can't have children, that they're barren. They are not. Usually the shame of having a child is so much they just give them away. Leave them at the foot of the church, hoping for them to become a meal for something. But they live. I take them in.
That is an unexpected kindness.
It's not really me. It's an instinct.
I found that oftentimes the lines between instinct and intent are far more blurry than anyone wants to believe.
Thank you for this, Ace.
And I shall grant you one other thing. Our goal is to fix whatever is wrong here, to end the mutation and the pain and horror, so that one day, hopefully, you may truly and peacefully die. And should you want it, I'm happy to find a place for you in my domain. Whether or not you know what any of that means, when the time is clear, you will.
Even though you're quite far away, you do see tears welling up in this creature's eyes. Thank you. Though a swift death at your hand might be serviceable, if should you fail.
I will keep that in mind.
You should probably leave. I feel the blood thickening in my head.
I appreciate the audience. I will leave you to yourself.
And so you walk back up the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
And that is all we have time for today on Third Wave Feminism. Unfortunately, yes.
Rascal raises his hand.
Rascal.
What's a job? Is that like a hunter?
Kind of. It's a series of tasks that you have to do.
Moira constantly beats up Heretic. Is that feminism?
It could be. I don't know if it's like part of the third wave. Like I think that's something that we gotta talk about in a little bit more detail.
You're a nincompoop, as he shouts at another person. Feminism.
Not quite funny. All right. We'll circle back on this later. But you know what? In the meantime, I will have my simulacrums checking up on you guys. I just need you to know that. Yeah.
Did you teach them any survival skills while I was gone? Surely something useful? No?
Well, if they went into a corporate workplace, they would not be using any inappropriate languages. Let me tell you.
You're aggressive.
No,
thank you.
That's not the language that we use.
What's
assertive?
the word? You're assertive. And not bossy.
Correct.
Close.
I'll take it.
Yeah, he's doing so well. I'm so proud of him. But you went and spoke to the wolf?
Yeah. I'll tell you all of the stuff about the moon and the hunters and things, except for that touching moment at the end. I just want that kind of be a private thing. But I'll give you all the important things. So the moon was beckoned for. And it's coming, and perhaps if we can stop it, that's what mixes with people's blood and makes everyone angry. So stopping the moon at least stops the worsening of the problems.
Okay, that explains that elaborates on some stuff that we kind of already knew, right?
Yeah,
about the moon replacing an old moon that used to be there and all of that.
Yeah, but things are about to get worse.
Something is not quite clicking as well, though. I will say. I think this is something that was
like what happened to the old moon.
Well, yeah, that's obvious, but also like something that was previously mentioned. I think you guys forgot about. There's a deal that the Fae made with the Chaos Pantheon, that if any blood is ever taken from them, those that took it will suffer a curse. You guys have not quite figured out how that fits into this.
I completely forgot that existed.
Yeah, I absolutely
that
did.
entire thing that you ever said that.
So that's why we're here now.
Thank you. Thank you, Offbeat.
Why do the Fae do politics this way?
Oh, and then I only telepathically say all the stuff about the hunters abandoning their children here and stuff because I don't want to say that in front of the kids.
Yeah, truly fuck the hunters.
No, don't. That's how it happened.
Okay, well, I think that I want my simulacrums checking up on them because as protective as I think that guy down there is, and as great as that is, I do kind of want lucid supervision.
I think that's good, and also your simulacra should take a wide berth from the creature down there.
Got it.
In general, the conversation is not probably going to happen very frequently at all.
That checks out, but they are also simulacrums. Like they expect to die at some point.
Oh yeah,
you
right.
know, like if they did
die,
we could just make more.
Just don't want to agitate it though. Don't want it to start hunting them down. Then that's
that's fair. That's fair. But I do. Okay, well, I think that I'm happy if you guys are happy staying here. Are you happy staying here? You want to stay?
Where else did we go?
We could set up a home elsewhere, but if you like your home here, you don't have to leave.
We go elsewhere until more hunters find us.
That's fair. But
I'm staying, Rascal says proudly.
Okay, Rascal, you have parents.
And they said I could go with you.
And I'm not staying.
And they don't have to know that I'm here.
They're going to ask me where you are when I get back.
Tell them I'm with your friend who's always away.
I'm not going to lie. Listen, Rascal, I'm going to pull Rascal in real close. Rascal, I am a god and your mum scares me. I'm not going down that road, buddy.
What? But you can do that. You're feminism.
No.
Hey, Rascal, you know what else? You know what else feminism is?
What?
It's listening to women.
Yeah.
Your mom counts.
But Heretic's the one who always wants me to do training.
Okay, so there's more than just feminism in the world, kid.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit going on. Look at me, Rascal. Here, I'm a level. Look at me. you're gonna have to do a lot of shit that kind of sucks, and that's just what it's like being a kid. And then when you get older, you realize why people told you to do the shit that sucks, and then sometimes you realize they didn't have a reason at all. It's a little bit mix of both, and it all fucking sucks, but you just gotta do it, my guy.
Make a persuasion check. We already got real deep with that feminism stuff. That's now a thing.
Yeah,
It's
I got
very poor grasp of what feminism is.
I got a natural 20 for a total of 25.
I want to help these kids. They're like me. They're the only ones like me in the entire planet.
Okay, well, first of all, probably not. But second of all, I think that's really noble, and we can try to find a way to help them, and certainly help them while we're here. But you can't just stay here forever without talking to your parents. Maybe we could find a way with your parents to help them. There's a lot of possibilities that aren't just
my parents and then get permission from them to come down here, and then I can be their leader.
Okay, well, maybe something close to that, Viari.
I'm gonna ping a simulacrum and be like, can you send a message to Moira and let her know what's going on?
They will begin to relay that message. But with that, in this church, we are going to end session. Thank you all so much for watching. I know it's 15 minutes early, but I'm getting so eepy and I'm so hungry, and this sandwich looks fucking delicious.
Amazing.
So thank you all so much for watching. This has been Paperwork Pantheon, episode 73. I have been your Dungeon Master, Offbeat Outlaw. Use he, they pronouns. Amelia.
Hi, Amelia Som. You can find me most places at Amelia Som or by going to links.ameliasom.com. Also on the podcast, Unprepared Casters. And apparently I also use he, they pronouns, so.
Today,
Yeah.
Brooke.
My name is Brooklyn Tuesday, and you probably can't find me anywhere else. Or if you do, it'll be like 3-year-old content, so it's not really worth looking up anyway.
It's still worth looking up.
That's very sweet.
Go on
I don't
Brooke's
think
TikTok.
it is. It's not relevant.
And argue with them in their comments about
Don't do
D&D
that.
rules.
I'm just gonna say straight up, half the reason why my initial assumptions about Offbeat before I ever met them were negative was because of you fucks in my comment section going, actually trying to tell me how to run my games. Half the time you're wrong, or you're looking at the wrong edition. I don't need to be told by a comment section that an average commoner has 10 hit points, because they don't. They have 4. That's why Magic Missile is virtually power word kill for commoners.
Also, my favorite comment is when people go, well, in 3.5, and I'm like, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, well, if we were playing an
insane.
entirely different
Not-
game, all the rules would... Yeah, well, in Halo, you can hit people with the gravity hammer, so, like...
Well, in Halo, a gravity hammer kills a Spartan, man. I don't know what you're fucking talking about. Like... Dude, imagine if I played a different game and then things worked differently. That'd be crazy. Anyway,
crazy.
All the number of those people. The people who would try to pull the, well, I've been DMing for 30 years. And I'm like, yeah, but have you been doing it well? People pay me to do it. Like, what do you want from me? What is this?
Enough getting mad at the comment sections. We have more than enough time for that to do it on our own time. Thank you all so much. That has been all for today. Get the fuck out of my house.